Started right there 30 years ago. We fell in love with Vietnam. We still spend more in a month in the States than we do renting a place here, traveling around, eating out every night, fans of massages. We get lots of massages, and so we're not skimping. We're kind of living the life here because it's just not costing us as much money as we thought it would, because of Southeast Asia is pretty inexpensive, and also we're doing the pet sitting thing. And
here in Da Nang, it's really fun taking the grab bikes. It's a little bit of a thrill, but also
it's like a Disneyland ride. Yeah.
Don't wait until things are perfect, because it's never going to be perfect.
And it's a great world. There's so much to see, and it's not scary. We've lived overseas. Well, we taught overseas for 30 years, and we've been kind of retired. We actually just quit and then on a sabbatical, and then it turned into retirement. So that's 4 years of retirement. So
34 years.
My name's Dan. We first left overseas. I was 25 years old.
And I'm Shawn. I'm a little older. I was 26. Yeah, we're from the U.S.
Oh, we're from California, and we taught there in California and really liked it. Thought we'd just keep teaching there. And that's when we decided to go to a Spanish-speaking country, brush up on our Spanish, and come back to California. And that just never happened. No. So we just never came back. We spent a month in Phuket, Thailand. We love it there. Yeah. And go to the beach. We go hiking in the jungle. Of course, Thai food is amazing. Everyone loves Thai food. Yeah. And then we spent a month in the Philippines, bopping around. And that's probably our third time in the Philippines. And then we spent about 6-7 weeks in Vietnam. Yeah. We love Vietnam. We went to a little town south of here, Quy Nhon. It's about a 6-hour train ride. And some people call it the little Da Nang or
baby sister of Da Nang. Oh, we loved it.
We loved it.
It was fantastic. We were able to rent an apartment, no problem. Really met some wonderful Vietnamese people through this afternoon coffee club. Got to know them. The beach is gorgeous.
Shout out to Han.
Yes.
That was our friend we made there. And no, we like it. It's not, I don't think it'd be for everyone. No. If you're looking for a Western experience, that's not the place to go, but we're not. So we just went to local restaurants. Keep Google Translate handy. There's not a lot of English there at all, but that doesn't bother us. We kind of like it, actually. We kind of got in with the expat community. They have some gatherings and got to know people, really, and we had a great time.
More local food.
For us, that's one of the things we love about traveling is experiencing this different cuisine and really trying new things. We really enjoy that part of traveling.
And we're in the States half the year, so we load up on U.S. food then. So we get our fill. And when we travel, every once in a while, you just kind of get the urge, you got to have a pizza. So we do that. We went to the place you recommended, I think House of Pizza or something like that. So we do that once in a while, but mostly just all local stuff and try new things. Some of it a little tough, like some of the fertilized eggs they have here.
Have you come across that?
Partially developed embryos in the egg.
Well, by accident.
We didn't know what we were getting into, but it's okay. So every once in a while, there's that kind of thing. We also tried jellyfish. Okay.
Yeah. Tried it.
But otherwise, we're pretty much good with anything. We're not picky eaters. We're adventurous, and so we tried Mexico. That was our first when we retired. We went there first. We spent 3 or 4 months in Mexico. Loved it. That would probably be number 3.
Yeah.
And then we keep going back and forth. 1 and 2 for me would be either Thailand or Vietnam. Not really sure which we'd have to pick. Yeah. The food is so awesome in Thailand. There's that. But we love the people in Vietnam.
And it's so affordable. Vietnam.
Probably Vietnam.
Yeah.
We love it here.
Yeah.
Thailand would be a very close second.
Yeah.
And we could do that too. But probably Vietnam.
Okay.
Vietnam and Thailand's right behind too.
Yeah.
How do you make that determination?
I don't know.
They both have such wonderful qualities.
People are friendly in both.
Friendly, helpful, warm.
Probably a little easier to get off the beaten path in Vietnam, which we like. We still like the more adventurous stuff. Vietnam's a little bit cheaper. The food in Thailand's amazing.
And it is here too.
It is here too.
So, I don't know. Well, we don't have to choose. So.
Yeah, right now we don't have to choose. So. A quick little story. We first came to Hoi An, just down the road from here, about 30 years ago. Shawn was pregnant, and she had a unexpected bout of morning sickness. And so she didn't want to eat local food. You know, when she was sick, she needed something. And it wasn't that easy, but I found a place that was making pizza. And so I went to them, and I explained to them that my wife was sick, and could they deliver pizza? And they were scratching their head. They're like, deliver pizza? They'd never heard of that. They're like, we've never done that before. But they said, okay. And they showed up at the hotel with the pizza, real plates and silverware, all in boxes. And they just gave it to me. And I said, well, how much do I owe you? And they're like, no, we don't want any money from you. Your wife is sick. And we were just like so touched by that. We're like, oh, what? And of course, I brought the plates back and I insisted that I pay them the next day. But it started right there 30 years ago. We fell in love with Vietnam.
Oh, it was so different.
It was so different.
We went back a few years ago and didn't recognize most of it.
So I would encourage, if you're a teacher and you're thinking about going overseas, I'd say do it. It's amazing. It's awesome. And we got a 2-year leave of absence. So we thought we'd come back. So it was kind of a safe move. It wasn't a high risk. And then we just loved it.
It was really for work. We were teachers in California. This was back when we were young. And we wanted to have a little bit of an adventure, and it was only supposed to be for 2 years. So we went to a recruiting fair. We were so new, we didn't realize this was the wrong time of year. Those schools had already finished their hiring. So we ended up accepting jobs in Saudi Arabia, not Spanish speaking. And that's how it all started. We just got hooked, and our 2-year plan turned into a
30-year
lifestyle.
Yeah. The teaching overseas it's really great. I went from having like 35 kids in a class in California to 20 kids in a class overseas. Yeah. And so we just loved it. We just stuck with it, and we went to different schools.
They are all around the world, wherever there's enough of an expat population to support them, I believe. The schools we were working in, English is the language of instruction, and they're very college focused. So these are students who plan on going to university either in England, the US, or Australia often.
Yeah. And they have the ones we taught at, they have American curriculum. So it's just like teaching in the States. American textbooks back in the day. We had textbooks. Yeah, so it was great. It was the way schools should be. And we ended up teaching in Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, and lastly in Singapore for almost 20 years. Yes. Yeah, so we had spring break, fall break, Christmas, and then summer. And we would travel regionally during the shorter breaks, during Christmas and spring break, fall break, and then go home in the summer. The school would even provide us an air ticket home each year. So that was good.
That was a nice benefit. Depending on the schools, in one place they actually provided the housing itself, so we were in apartments. Other times it would just be a subsidy or
housing allowance that covered the whole rent. So it covered, we didn't pay anything for rent in all the schools we went to. And in fact, one of our daughters was born in Malaysia. We love Malaysia. Yeah. Our daughter was born there.
Yeah, our older.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was the biggest baby ever born in the hospital. She has to be diabetic. Babies aren't this big. And they're like, it's negative. They're like, that's wrong. And they did it again. And they're just like, oh my God. So she was the record for the hospital when we left.
For a little while.
We love the care in Malaysia.
Yeah, 𝗙𝗵𝗲𝗄 was.
Of course, this is 30 years ago almost now. So, things have changed. Our other daughter was a summer baby, so she was born in Maine, where we have a summer place.
Yeah, but they both grew up overseas.
Both of our daughters just have U.S. passports, U.S. citizens. That's a pretty common thing, so they're used to it and got passports, no problem. They did go to the schools we taught at. It was free tuition for them at these really good schools. Then there's the whole being exposed to the world part too.
In addition to having this wonderful educational experience in these really well-funded schools, every opportunity we could to travel, we did. And so I think through our travels and also just growing up in this very multicultural country, Singapore, really broadened their worldview and gave them a much bigger perspective on the world. And so I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah. And they both have the travel bug.
Yes.
So our daughter was just here, our older daughter, the one that got the the biggest baby in Malaysia award kind of thing. She just left a few days ago, so they love to travel, and our other daughter's coming to Thailand in a few months, and so they're still traveling. They both live and work in San Francisco, though. That's where we're headed in a few days, actually, to go back and see them. Southeast Asia is not expensive. It depends on the country and what we're doing. So Vietnam is probably the cheapest.
This ebook taught me everything I needed to know about money so I could travel freely all over this amazing world. To get a free copy, either scan this QR code with your smartphone or click the second link in the notes below this YouTube video.
And if we're just staying in one spot, like we were in Huinan, we can rent a place. We rented a 2-bedroom condo, ocean view on 3 sides.
Beautiful.
Pretty modern, beautiful, bigger than we needed. It was $400 a month. And we didn't even bargain. That was just the going rate, and we said, okay. And then I think it was maybe another 40 or 50 bucks for electricity and water and internet.
And Wi-Fi.
And then when we get tired of that, then we get the travel bug and we hit the road again, and then
Start planning for the next
start
trip.
planning for the next one, and just rinse and repeat, and we just keep doing that. So we think for us, we found kind of the sweet spot between being home, visiting people, having our own space, and then hitting the road and traveling around. Hotels are like insanely expensive. So we came up with a plan that some of our friends told us about. We pet sit. We joined this program called Trusted House Sitters. And so we have a pet sitting gig when we get back, and it's for 2 weeks right in the city. Nice part. And it's a cool program. You can go online, see what's available, read their bio, who you'll be pet sitting for, and what the animal requirements are, and all this stuff.
We also have a home in Maine, and so we're there for 6 months of the year also. So we're in Maine for 6 months and then traveling for 6 months.
And then when the weather gets cold, we have thin blood after being in Asia so long. When the weather starts getting cold, we hit the road.
Yeah. Typically, we've been spending a month in Thailand and then at least a month in Vietnam. And then in between, we've been trying to explore something else. Now that we have more time. So last year, we spent about a month in Laos.
Went back to Malaysia the year before, spent a month there.
This year, we had a month in the Philippines.
We are literally just making this up as we go. So like I said, we didn't plan on being retired after COVID. Like I was saying, we were in Singapore and they were very strict. The country was kind of locked down, so we didn't go home for 2 years. And after COVID, we just said, hey, life's short. Let's just spend more time with our daughters and travel, and then we'll go back to work. And we just sort of forgot to go back to work.
We gave ourselves a 2-year sabbatical just to see if we could make it work. And now here we are, year 4 of this 2-year sabbatical. So figuring it out as we go along.
Because it's just not costing us as much money as we thought it would, because of, Southeast Asia is pretty inexpensive, and also we're doing the pet sitting thing, and so it's totally working for us. And I think, knock on wood, we'll just keep doing that for the foreseeable future.
Our goal, and
I just get a little more money.
Well, that's the thing,
get a few more years or this or that.
We could have stayed where we were in Singapore. We loved it, but we were just like, well, we're healthy. We're in our mid-50s when we stopped working. And we're like, well, now's the time to travel, to put on the backpack and pop on and off of boats and buses and motorbikes and do all this crazy stuff while we can. And if we wait longer, maybe our health won't be able to.
And for accommodations, we've found that joining local expat Facebook groups has been really helpful too. There's a lot of listings there for different hotels, guest houses, but also apartments too. So that's been really useful. And it's also a great place just to throw out a question, I'm looking for this. Can somebody give me a recommendation? And so we typically join those for each city we go to.
Just for hotels though, like if we're going someplace we don't know, we'll use booking.com. Seems to be our go-to. And I became like one of their members or whatever you call it, so you get a little discount. And then we'll book a place for like 2 or 3 days, and then just have a landing place. And then once we're there, we'll start looking around for better deals, or mom and pop places like we're staying at now down the road that aren't real prominent online. And so that's kind of how we do it. We've done some Airbnbs, and sometimes if we like it, we'll work out a deal with them. We're like, hey, we really like it here. would you like us to stay longer? You know, could we work out a good price? And we don't bargain real hard. You know, we're not trying to. We just want to pay the fair price. So and they always come back like with something. Yeah, they're like, yeah, we'd love to have you. We can give you this discount price, and they're happy and we're happy. So it works out. If we've got like, let's say, half a dozen places that look good, we'll go on their calendar and see what's available. So if there's a place that has a lot of free dates, we'll tend to book that. So then we could stay longer if we wanted to. So there are those little tricks like that we use. That being said, the guy we're staying at now, we said, we'd like to stay longer and we can do it, just between us, not on booking.com or whatever. And he said, oh yeah, I can give you a better deal, So we've used Google Maps. Like I'm thinking we booked a place in northern Thailand once, and I just did the maps and zoomed in and just found some little Airbnbs or little guest houses rather, that weren't even on Booking or anything. So when we were teaching, like I said, for the smaller breaks, fall break and Christmas and that kind of thing, we'd always go on these once a lifetime trips. So we've been on like 30 once a lifetime trips or more probably. So we've done Africa 3 or 4 times, Europe a bunch, Southeast Asia, other parts of Asia.
Been to Australia and New Zealand a couple times.
It's very affordable, and then eating out is, you know what it's like here. You can eat out. So that's the cool thing about staying in one spot for a while. It'd take us a couple of days, but then we'd find the good local spots, where lots of people are going. Like our favorite pho place down the street, packed with locals. It was $1 for a big bowl of delicious pho. And it was amazing. You could eat out for a couple of bucks at most each.
Or if you want to splurge and get a drink too, then it's like, ooh, $5 for both of us.
Yeah. If we're traveling around like we did in the Philippines, staying short periods, so hotels, transportation costs, more expensive restaurants because we don't know then it goes up more. Then we'd spend probably $3,500 to $4,000 a month doing that kind of travel. But doing the local, staying one spot here in Vietnam, we could almost cut that in half. So it really would vary depending on what country and how we're traveling.
One thing we've started doing the last couple of years is just traveling carry-on only. That's really made things so much easier, given us so much more flexibility, especially riding public transportation, hopping on and off, not having to wait for luggage when you arrive at an airport or check it in. So that's been great.
We travel pretty light.
Yes.
And you don't need much. I have like 8 black t-shirts because, they hide so they don't show anything,
Yeah.
And
this is Dan's uniform.
This is my uniform. And the places like we go out to eat, we don't go to really fancy places. So you don't need like collared shirts and, nice shoes and all that stuff. So we just have our simple stuff we wear. We haven't found it to be. When we went to Mexico, we did do some research. There's some areas to avoid in Mexico. But as long as we did that, we didn't have any problems in Mexico at all. We didn't feel unsafe there. No. This was 4 years ago.
We did travel around in Mexico too. We went to 5 different states. Yeah. Beautiful, diverse, historic country. We had a great time, but didn't feel
no problems.
Scared.
Southeast Asia, zero concerns. We walk everywhere at night, do all the things you're not supposed to do. Go down dark streets in the middle of the night. Never had any issues, any concerns. When we go back to San Francisco to visit our daughters, we have more concerns there. For safety. We have to map out which areas are okay at what time of day. Again, we haven't had any problems, but we have to think about it.
Yeah.
Whereas here we don't even think about it. We just go anywhere at any time. Matter of fact, the opposite. People have gone out of their way to be friendly and help out two lost strangers that don't know what they're doing or where they're going. So everyone has been so kind. We haven't had any issues.
No, even just last night we were walking home along, the main highway out here. And we were trying to cross the street, And these two women stopped and they're like, "Do you need help?" You know, just willing to help us
Two
get across the
Vietnamese
street.
ladies.
It's
Yeah,
just
it was
like,
really sweet.
Thank you. We
Helping
got
old
it,
people
but-
cross the street. We're like, no, but in a couple of years you might be able to help
I
us.
take you up later.
So we have Blue Shield, Blue Cross in the States, and that covers us for emergencies overseas. So God forbid we got in an accident or something like that. But we don't have dental or vision in the States. So actually when we come here to Vietnam, I got my eyes checked because I'm getting older, and that was super cheap and really high-tech, modern. It's not, you know, some people think it must be back in the Stone Ages or something, but it's not. It's super modern. I broke a tooth like 2 days before we hit the road, and I called my dentist, and he said there wouldn't be time, but I could wait, and he said it would be minimum $1,500. And I got it done here in Vietnam. Again, high tech. They had like digital imaging of my tooth, and they used U.S. porcelain, and it's all modern equipment. And it was $280 for a crown. Yeah, that's everything out the door,
total.
everything. Oh, I did see a doctor in Phuket, Thailand. I had a stomach thing going on, and it was like $20 to see a doctor. They gave me antibiotics. And that was everything. That was the medicine out the door. So I didn't even file a claim.
I would say don't wait. Don't wait until things are perfect, until you think you've got everything set, because it's never going to be perfect.
And it's a great world. There's so much to see, and it's not scary. It's not as expensive as people think to travel. In Southeast Asia, it's particularly inexpensive. So I'd say just do it. Or if you want to teach overseas, if you have a teaching credential, just apply. We're never going to get old.
Oh, that's true. You don't have to worry about it.
Shawn's right there. Yeah, we love it.
Speaking for myself, yes.
We like this lifestyle. We love traveling. We get to see people, our family. I wouldn't change it. Thank
It's been
you.
our pleasure. Thanks.
Yeah,
Great
thanks.
meeting you.
Great
too.
meeting you. Yeah, we
Yes.
watch you all the time, and it's great that we just bumped into each other the other day.
Okay, if you'd like to learn the costs and benefits of our lifetime membership, watch this video over here. If you'd like to watch a video about the free and paid resources we have to help you retire overseas, watch this video over here.